Welcome to the Kaleidoscope, episode 14. I'm Carma, and I don't just read energy, I transform it. If you're tired of the loops, the noise, and the static, you're in the right place. Let's reset the field. I grew up in a house where finances were always an issue. My dad worked in the oil fields. When the work was there, the money was good. But for obvious reasons, that's not always steady work. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. And it didn't help any that sometimes when he was working, he blew all the money on himself anyway and didn't really share it with the family. So there was always tension in the home regarding money and about money. My mom worked full-time plus once my younger brother started in the first grade. She started working like day and night, so she was always gone. She had to make sure we had money to pay the bills, buy the clothes, and put food on the table. So from that point on, from the time I was in third grade, we mostly had to fend for ourselves after school. Do the homework, figure out dinner. I remember I'm such a witch. One night when my brother was cooking French fries for dinner, he was in the kitchen peeling the potatoes. I come in the kitchen and acted freaked out, like, oh my God, you didn't touch the eye of the potato, did you? Of course he did. There's no way he could be peeling the potatoes without touching the eye of the potato, right? I was like, you better call Mom. You can't touch those. They'll kill you. You need to get to the emergency room like now so you won't die. He was freaked out, crying, calling my mom because he thought I was going to die over touching the skin of the potato. Yeah, told you it's a little bit of a witch. But don't worry, I did finish cooking them for him. So, I know it wasn't that my mom didn't want to be there. She just couldn't be there. So we pretty much raised ourselves from that point on. But this brings me to my point today, which is our hidden family rules we carry around, not even realizing we're doing it. It is a feeling that you're unconsciously paying for the financial failures or losses of your lineage. The fear of doing better than your parents creates a glass ceiling. It triggers like an automatic self-sabotage that we don't even realize we're doing. And it's the minute you start making good money or start being successful. Those old survivor stories from years ago clashing directly with how the world works today. This is why you have to train your brain to break the old family frequency. You cannot fix your financial trauma using the exact same word that triggers your survival mode. To disrupt the loop, you must write in your Life Force Reset 7-day identity activation journal every single day to perform a critical pattern interrupt. Completely erase the word money from your daily writing. Exchange the word for energy. Any word, doesn't really matter. But money is locked to your past stories of pressure and scarcity, but energy is a neutral fluid word, and you can use it in your command. So by rewriting your daily alignment and the pages with the word energy, you bypass the brain's defensive threat response. So you cut the subconscious loyalty to your lineage struggles and force your nervous system to safely build a brand new baseline of abundance. This is where you trigger the life force activation. Use the journaling process as a deliberate circuit breaker to smash the ancestral limitations out of your field by swapping the traumatic triggers for neutral frequency and actively forcing your raw life force energy to turn back on. Does that make sense? So instead of saying, we don't have the money, we don't have the energy, right? Just switch the word and practice writing down the same phrases but with a different word, such as energy. And if you want to talk about manifesting your best life, you have to stop looking at the superficial law of attraction fluff and look at what is actually happening inside your body. You cannot manifest a brand new reality if your cells are still reacting to the finished lineage trapped in survival mode Sasana. Here's the raw truth about the cellular reaction and what it actually means. So the subconscious loyalty, which is modern cellular science, confirms that many stress and survival instincts aren't just bad habits. They're stored in your DNA. Your nervous system maintains a subconscious loyalty to your family line, telling you that you have to stay at that exact same financial level as your parents just to belong. Your body's threat response as well. So when your lineage has a history of money trauma, making real wealth actually feels dangerous to your nervous system. It triggers an automatic response, an immediate self-sabotage the moment you start to break through. You are literally unconsciously paying for the financial failures or losses of your ancestors. So to break the contract, you can't fix the cellular trauma using the exact same word that triggers your survival mode. To manifest your best life, you have to use a physical pattern interruption like writing in the Life Force Reset 7-day identity activation journal to completely erase the word money, replace it with energy. You have to manually retrain your brain, filtering the systems to stop scanning for your ancestors' scarcity. That's the only way to clear the static out of your field and trigger a real life force activation that forces your new raw energy to turn back on. You have to manually retrain your brain's filtering system to stop scanning for your ancestors' scarcity. Head over to CarmaQuanTarot.com and get your 7-day identity activation download or get the journal from Amazon. This field is yours. Keep it clean. I'll see you in the circle. Words are spells. Energy is sacred. Intention is the magic. I'm Karma. Reset complete.